Right? Wait. Well, no, you're good to start. I'm just the slowest person when it comes to opening the chat. Jeez. Are we up?
Yeah, we're live.
Oh, they've been watching me stare at my phone?
Yeah.
All right. Jesus. What's going on, guys? We are back, and today we are here with a Legatus. So, same PC we built. No, that one was a Vision we built last time. But another 011 build, super high end. Obviously, we can all see the 5090 right here. So this is a check every box. I never want to upgrade my system machine. Which, I mean, hey, if you can get a 5090, there's nothing wrong with taking that 5090. 5090 CPU. Oh, it's already socketed, I'm guessing, right?
Yeah.
You guys.
Oh, no. Oh, here it is.
Oh my gosh. It looked like a fan box. All right, so we're going with the new Intel i9 Core Ultra series. Heck yeah, what is it? The 285K? Let's do it. So 285K on the ROG Maximus Z890 Hero and a 5090. So this is going to be an absolute unit of a machine. I'm sure everyone in chat too, once they see the boxes on the table, they're like, yep, that's going to be a unit. Once you see a 5090, you already know best of the best. Dude, this motherboard, like this box weighs more than a lot of like just ITX systems entirely.
I know. The beefy boy.
Oh, but they still do that thing. I don't know if I don't think Asus watches our stream, but it's just one of those things I want to know why on their most expensive boards. It's not bad, guys. It's not like the board's broken at all. But I just want to know why they don't put their expensive boards in a anti-static bag when you take it out.
Yeah.
Just like that. At least we have an anti-static mat. But it's one of those things, like, it's not bad. There's nothing wrong with not having it, but there's also, it's just one of those things, why don't we have it? And obviously, cooling this, or powering this thing with the Lee & Lee. Oh, this is their new Edge series, the Edge 1300. I do like how power supplies are getting to the point where, for what do you call it, the dual chamber cases, how they're offsetting the location of the connector, so when you take off the back panel,
Yeah.
you can just see them. Corsair did the same thing with their shift, and that works really well in like a standard case layout, because you can take off that back panel and you just see them off there on the side. So I'll say, when I finally removed that last SATA SSD from my system, it went full M.2. I left the SATA cables in my computer because I did not care to like reach under the power supply shroud and just try messing with the cables. And I was far too lazy to take the power supply out of the system. Oh man, everyone's already rolling.
We're not doing the rolls today, guys. Taking a break. What's up, Jackal?
One thing I want to know, has anyone in chat been playing Night Rain at all? And if so, what do you guys think? What do you guys think of it? Because I'm a big FromSoft guy. I picked it up, but I have seen the controversial reviews around it. So I want to know what everyone else thinks about it. You good?
Yeah, I got your thing up. Your chat.
Oh, is that why that little screen was over here?
Well, I've been using it for like if I need to change like RGB when I take photos or something.
Oh, okay. Because I saw the screen here, and I was like, maybe that could be what it's for, but I didn't know for sure, so I just needed it. I'm refreshing the USPS site several times a day to track my PC. It's left Chicago. Hopefully it will be here by Friday. If it's left Chicago, I'm assuming it's Monday. It should be there by Friday. That would be a guess. Don't hold me to it, but I think it should be. But I've been there, man. You know,
Does that work? for you?
Way better. You watch The Office, Brad?
Yes.
You remember when Michael's just like staring through the blinds
Yes.
in his office? That's how I look when I have like an Amazon package all day. Like when it's something big, like if I order something for my computer, new graphics card, anything, I will be that guy who's just like staring out the window. I had to call Amazon though. They gave me like a $50 gift card because not like 4 items, but 4 entire orders in a row, all of them, I like put the complaint in because it like you see the photo of it and it says like how was your delivery, and all 4 times I said you guys delivered it to my neighbor's house, and I even have our neighbor has a brown house, and it's listed white house, picket fence, and they still 4 times in a row dropped it off at the neighbors, and finally I'm like, dude, I'm so sick. These people are older. They're like 90 years old. So I'm so sick of knocking on my neighbor's door and be like, hey, do you have my package? So I called Amazon and I told them that, and they gave me $50.
Oh, wow.
Because they looked up and saw that I put that complaint in every time. And then I took a photo of the neighbor's yard. It's like, see, brown house, no fence at all. And then I panned over my house, white house, picket fence. I don't know which driver is getting confused out there. It has to be someone that knows me in that truck.
It's just fucking with you.
Yeah, fucking heck. Oh yeah, you're in Alaska, so it might take some time to get there. Wait. This is a serious question. I'm guessing because of the tariff stuff now. Do shipments to Alaska still go through Canada, or do they actually have to go on a boat and go around? Because if it goes around, it wouldn't technically. Because we pay shipping to Canada. Yeah, we pay when we ship into Canada, right?
Actually, I don't know. How it works.
But I'm just saying, if it goes to Alaska, would it still cut through?
I know we ship through with USPS for Alaska. So I don't know how the federal government does their Alaska shipping.
I will be in Alaska at some point, man. I really want to go there because, like I said, I was telling you that the only 2 states I have not been in are Alaska and Hawaii. And I want to do both. Alaska, I just want to go to because it's beautiful, man. It's just, I'm a sucker for just forest and mountains. Then Hawaii, I want to go to because I want to go see the sets, the filming locations of Jurassic Park.
And where is this again? Sorry.
Hawaii.
Hawaii? Really? They used Hawaii?
Yeah. For the original.
Okay.
And then I think the second one, Lost World, was California because it was like the redwoods.
That movie was so cool. I'm so excited for that movie when it came out.
Lost World?
Yeah.
Dude, it might be a hot take because I know the first one is definitively the best movie of the series.
Yeah.
As a kid, I actually always loved the second one because it was just the idea of like everybody died.
Yep.
There were no fences. And like just some of the scenes, like, okay, even as a kid, the San Diego part was weird, but everything like up to that part as a child was my favorite.
Yeah. Plus they have the Stegosaurus and stuff.
I still don't understand how that Stegosaurus flipped its tail upside down and slammed it through the tree. That's the one part that still gets me. Or how that one guy when you were a kid, everything like it's just cool, right? Like everything's believable when you're a stupid child. But remember when the compies are just climbing over that one guy?
Oh yeah.
It's like they probably weigh like half a pound or a pound. I was like, I would just crush them, or just start body slamming yourself onto the ground. You know, if they're on you, just literally jump in the air, belly flop, jump in the air, land on your back, right? You just crush them. There is no reason that man had to die other than sitting there and taking the abuse. Like I watched that scene
Hey guys, we're not doing the giveaway this stream. Take a little bit of a break, but it will be back. Luo Ranch is the movie spot in Hawaii.
Wait.
Loa.
Fred's not Hawaiian.
I'm
We've
not
all
Hawaiian.
learned.
No, I found this shit. Oh.
The only scary thing about Hawaii to me is sun. I suffer gingivitis pretty bad, and sun is not my friend. And like I know it's like the lowest chance on the world, but here's the thing: I'm a gambling man because I love water. So once I get in the water, I will never get out. Terrified of sharks, dude. So it's like I would see a shark in the water the first day I'm there, and I'd have that gambling like terrified this thing, but also I just really want to swim. You know? Fuck it, I'm gonna go for it.
Yeah, we're building. This is the Legatus. Well, I guess it's not really a custom. It's one of. But no customs. This is the only build today. This is the Legatus 2.0. You get the password.
Oh wait. Oh wait, no, you gave me the accessory box. All right, Brad, let's have a silly question here.
Oops.
Now that you've grown up, people get a little arrogant as they get older, you know? It's just
Yeah.
the nature of things. Is there a dinosaur you think you could fuck up? Like, if one actually came up to you, same with chat. Is there a dinosaur that you thought of as a kid and you're scared, but you're like, no, what? That thing was real. I'd probably fucking destroy it. Like barehanded with like a knife. Like,
Oh, okay.
like nothing.
Velociraptors.
Oh, dude, you can take
A T-Rex? Fuck yeah.
No, dude, you can take a velociraptor. Do you know how big those things are? Like a velociraptor?
Yeah,
they're up to
they're
your
like 3-4 feet.
They're like up to your knee or thigh, like an actual velociraptor.
No, they're like 3 or 4 feet, aren't they?
No, the ones in the movies are Utah raptors. It's just that Michael, what's his name? The author, he thought velociraptor sounded more intimidating, but the Jurassic Park movies are based off Utah raptors. That would kill me in a heartbeat. But an actual velociraptor, they're like up to your waist, most.
They are about 1.6 feet. Wow.
1.6 feet? Yeah, see, you could absolutely destroy a velociraptor, man.
Utah.
Yeah, look up Utah raptors. A lot bigger.
Oh yeah, those are 5 feet. Okay.
Yeah, see, yeah, Jurassic Park, they were based off Utah raptors. Any customs being built today? No, I mean, nothing custom, just a order. You know, it's way smaller in the movies. That's huge in real life. You know, Dilophosaurus, the thing with the fins. That thing was probably like, I think like 10 feet tall in reality. Like in reality,
Really?
that thing would chomp you. Yeah. Just in case anyone didn't know, my dream job when I was like the 5-year-old in kindergarten raising his hand was to be a paleontologist. And then I realized as I got to high school and after that like the digging portion is slowly fading away, and that's what I always found cool. I wanted to be a paleontologist or an archaeologist when I was a kid.
5.7 to 7.4. Oh,
Yeah. Okay.
that's crazy.
Yeah. They were.
That's still really. That's still way
It's
bigger
still
than the
killing.
movie.
Yeah.
In the movie, they were like 4 feet.
Well, no, it was up to the big guy. It was like up to his waist.
Was it that small?
Yeah, that jumped in the Jeep with him.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Fine. Yeah.
I'm working on getting the spec sheet up for you guys. What's up?
What? Oh, guys, Brad's leaving us again.
Yeah.
Oh. Sorry, guys. Just waiting on Brad. Let's get these fans in. Get those ready. Just gonna do some cables. I am a fan. If you guys haven't seen them yet, we'll be loading them in today. But I am kind of a fan of the new Lee and Lee fans with the LCD screens on. It is really cool. It's a bit much, but it's really cool.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Brad is back. How's the building going? Building's going all right. Just motherboard set up, thrown in the case. Now we just gotta wire it and get those Lee and Lee fans in, those uni fans.
Just signed into Google, and it immediately popped up saying you're not signed in.
Oh, that happened to me right when like we did the password change.
Yeah.
That was happening to me out on the tech PC. I would log in, tell me I log out, and of course TJ wasn't here to do a password or do the phone like code.
There we go.
We have to get like an office stuff that we can get codes sent to.
I know. This one. You gonna play more Player Obscure?
Yeah, that I might play tonight. I was getting some Elden Ring out because, like, dude, I did it by day one because I was so hyped for it. And then I saw early reviews and I was like, maybe I will wait. But then I'm just such a FromSoft fan that it wasn't like it wasn't that I'm just gonna buy it because it was FromSoft. It's like I still know it's Elden Ring gameplay.
Yeah.
I just think it's a bit shallow. Other than the final bosses, like it is a bit shallow. But then I thought of it as like, I still firmly believe, no matter all the positive things I said, it should have been an expansion onto the game for like $20. But when I my buddy and I always do a solo run. It's just a pride thing for me. So I always do like, solo, no summons. And that's what we've been doing since Dark Souls. Because Demon Souls, the summoning in Demon Souls originally was just weird. But Dark Souls, that's kind of what we did. We would do solo run, then we would just kind of run through co-op, like meet at the next bonfire, put a sign down.
Yeah.
And like the best part of it was trying to figure out my thoughts. So Elden Ring, really liked it. Thought it was a great game. It was not my favorite FromSoft game though. Like I know it blew up, but we've gone back and I've replayed them all multiple times. Like I've even gone back to play like single player ones, like Sekiro multiple times.
Mm-hmm.
Dark Souls 3 is just our favorite to play together. And what's nice is because we have that game memorized so much that if we just have a weekend when we're in the Souls mood, we could hop on Dark Souls 3, load up. Like I think our characters are on like Journey 6 or 7, like the main ones we use. And we would just run through and we would finish it in a weekend.
New game plus?
Yeah. It's just called Journey 1, and then New Game Plus is Journey 2, and you just keep going.
Are you the same level then?
You still get experience. Like, yeah, you carry everything over. Gear stops, though, on New Game Plus.
Oh, okay.
So you'll get the ring with a plus sign, but it stops there.
Okay.
But, yeah, we would just do that because we just want to fight the bosses and do that together. Dark Souls 3 still has my favorite bosses. Elden Ring has Hoaraloo, which is one of the coolest bosses ever. I love Hoaraloo. But Dark Souls 3 has my favorite bosses, and the pacing was just so good, so we can beat it in a weekend. Like, we can beat that game probably in like 8 hours. We just beeline it, we know everything. Elden Ring just made it really hard to replay it. Because there's just so much to do, especially if you want your gear for your build. Like, you can log into a character, give it to your friend, log out, log into the other character, have your friend give it back. But it was just really hard to like, oh yeah, let's run through this weekend. The one thing, so what I'll give Night Rain, at least, if like, I just want to hop on and fight bosses with my friend, it's good for that. Like, we're not worried about the journey or the map and the zones, like... It is really nice that on Night Rains there is kind of just a boss gone. You can just hop on. I think right now the reason the reviews are negative is because everyone's mind is focused on just getting all the Night Lords and beating the game. And I feel like when you're focused on that, yeah, it's repetitive because you're like, all I want to do is fight the Night Lords and I keep getting stuck in this cycle.
Yeah.
But I feel like once everyone, like the big fans, like once they all beat the Night Lords, I think the fun will start to come back. So now you're not focused on finishing the game. You're just focused on... If you're focused on finishing the game, I feel like that's where the stress comes in. Because it's just like... It's like, you know what I mean? Like, I just want to beat this already. And... everything's getting in your way to stop that from happening.
Yep.
Where if you just beat it, or you just think of it like I'm just gonna mindlessly like kill bosses with my friends and have fun, then it is really fun because it gets you in the action faster. Mm-hmm. So it feels more of that same feeling of why we would play Dark Souls 3 the most, because we could just beeline it to the bosses. Oh, Wolfie, Brad says he got his 2 orders of electric bev today.
Ooh, which ones did you get again, Wolfie? How's the build going? It says Snap.
Oh, yeah, I got the Snap. He got both. Brad and I did a ghost hunt. Brad walked out, Wolfie, but Brad and I got a ghost hunt. We went to Ashmore Estates in southern Illinois, and we had to stay up till like 4 in the morning or something like that. And so he brought some, and I'm not gonna lie, that cherry limeade is really good. No, oh my God, Wolfie. I tell Brad all the time, Brad actually likes to go ghost hunting in these old, run-down, apparently really haunted buildings. But he won't play like Phasmophobia or something, a virtual video game. And it's wild to me. Because I feel like I'd be more scared of a real fucking ghost than a video game. Oh, yeah, stays in the van. That's what he says. He's the guy in the van. Yeah, we've talked about that. When we go to these places, I always tease him. I'm like, man, you'll go mess around with a real ghost, dude, but you won't fight a digital one. I'll let Brad know once he gets back. He's actually stepping out a bit, man. He's in the other room right now, right next door in his office. Which I don't know why, man, because I can tell you right now, I am not a fun person to hang out with alone. I kind of just sit here, do my own thing, and sometimes I even forget I'm streaming. But trust me, man, I try constantly. We play some of like, not even like super scary games, but we play some horror games. I play them a lot, and I always try to get Brad and his wife to join us. And I'm trying. One day I will get there, just not yet. One day it'll happen. I'm just waiting for that day.
Had their computer for like 3 years and never updated the graphics driver. They have an AMD Sapphire. What program do they use?
Just AMD Adrenaline. If you just right click the desktop, it should show up saying AMD Adrenaline. Or if it's not there immediately, you right click the desktop and then hit more options in AMD Adrenaline. Let's play that. I'm down for Phas. There was a Phasmophobia clone I got into for a little bit, Demonology, and that one was really cool. I think the problem was, though, it wasn't so random. It just had these like pre-made, it was really cool, but they were kind of pre-made set pieces. So like you'd walk into a hallway and a chair would get like yanked to freak you out. And the first time you saw it was cool, but then it would just happen like every time you walked past that chair. But other than that, that game was cool. And then one hidden gem. It is such a, it's not even a B game. It's an F game. There's a game called Boomen, and I don't know why, but I actually love it. I think it's probably made by like one guy. Like it is very no budget, we'll say. But I really like it. So if you haven't tried Boomen, I strongly recommend that game. And I think it's only like $6 or $7. What else? Boomin, we really liked. Oh, there was another one, Labyrinthia. There was one we played, or something like that. Paranoia Place is really good, but that one's only 2-player. But if you have one other person, I really liked Paranoia Place because it kind of felt like a mix of Outlast like a short. It's like Outlast, but like a quick 2-player experience. We're talking about, Brad, how you're all about messing with a real ghost that will actually kill you, but if there's a video game ghost.
Yeah, I don't fuck with video game ghosts.
Yeah. That ghost is man-made. That means it's.
That ghost is man-made. It can't hurt me.
Yeah.
I don't want anything to do with it.
Yeah, Labyrinthine. Yeah, that one we played. That one was alright. But I think my favorite hidden gem ghost game is probably Boommen. It's just so dumb. You probably would not be scared of Boommen.
I don't know, dude. I get afraid of the stupidest shit.
Boommen almost looks like a PS1 game, dude. Oh, I forgot about these.
Dude, even playing like something like fucking Half-Life.
Oh wow.
Gets me.
Well, I remember
Stuff like that. Not like Half-Life 2. We don't go to Ravenhelm. It took me the longest time to get through that section.
I'm trying to remember, man. I don't know if you've played those games with me, but I get pretty numb to I've gotten pretty numb to the horror, I think. Every once in a while, though, I will get a jump, but I feel like I've lost it on the tension part. Because you know when you were a kid, you're like, I'm not going down that hallway. I know something's going to happen.
Yeah.
And I always try to scare myself because I feel like the scariest thing is taking. I feel like this less scary is taking it slow, because like when you take it slow, you give yourself time to breathe and burn through it. So I'm like, if there's gonna be jump scares, I'm gonna run into them so it catches me off guard. So I try to like when Resident Evil 7 came out, I picked up a shotgun and I sprinted through every door because I was like trying to like bait the jump scares. I was putting myself in that fast-paced gameplay.
Yeah.
So if it just got cut instantly, but it's just I feel like eventually you play them so much that you just get desensitized.
Yeah. I just can't do it. Like I can't play any of the Resident Evils.
Oh, dude, but Resident Evils aren't horror. Well, 7 is the only one I think. Well, they're technically survival horror.
I couldn't even do 8.
But I think 7 is like the only one that's actually like somewhat scary. Because the 7th one was when they tried to. Because again, I always tell everyone, and we don't need to go. We don't need to go in this discussion, guys. Oh, come on. I've already been in this discussion, so I won't go into it. But I'll just say, like, 7 is the one where, like, I don't think it's a good Resident Evil game, but I think it's a great horror game.
Yeah, I couldn't do 8 either.
8 was more like action.
Can't do
Oh, we'll find something, bro. What in the world? Oh, okay. See, when you're just dumb, not you, Brad. These issues happen.
Doesn't RE1 have some jump scares?
Yeah, you get the meme one, the dog jumping through the window. Like when you were a little kid, like it was scary because, you know, kids aren't like art style people, graphics people. But you go back into it with like adult eyes. You know, like how an adult would have seen it on PS1, and it's like you can tell it's PS1. So like video game graphics to adults were not good even back then. Like they were good for video game standard, but it's like you can still see it's like a cubed dog jumping through a window. So like I think there are games with like horror atmosphere, but they weren't actually like scary, if that makes sense.
See, I can't do the atmosphere either. I can't do anything.
To me, Resident Evil was never scary in terms of the monsters are scary. Resident Evil was always adrenaline scary. Because it'd be like
the atmosphere.
Oh, see, for me, it was always like, oh god, dude, I'm being chased by Nemesis and I have no ammo. I have 3 guys in this hallway, no ammo. and it was like the running around for ammo and herbs, and that is what gave me like the adrenaline spike. That was the not, I guess what they would call fear. That was where that adrenaline kicked in for me, was just
And the save ribbons, man.
yeah, like not having the survival part is what got me, like not having utilities.
Yeah.
I think the one that did scare me as a kid though was Dino Crisis.
I don't think I ever played that one.
That one actually got me a few times, quite a bit. Dino Crisis, it was Resident Evil but dinosaurs.
Oh, okay.
Like that's actually like that is the best description you'll ever get. It was Resident Evil 1 but with dinosaurs.
There is not a PC. We're not doing the PC giveaway today. We're taking a little bit of a break with it, but we will start it back up soon.
Resident Evil 1 though. This is something I wanted to know with Silent Hill and Resident Evil. I want to know why Silent Hill and Resident Evil started off on... I'm happy because Resident Evil 2 was always my favorite, and after the remake, it's still my favorite. But I want to know why, because Silent Hill just did it. They just skipped remaking the first one. I feel like Resident Evil, like, why would you not make the first one?
Yeah.
That one's in dire need of a remake, just to do Chris's hair again. Have you seen
Didn't
Chris?
they do? They remade one.
They did like an HD port on GameCube, and then they did that HD port onto like later consoles.
They haven't done a remake? I thought they. Oh,
No, they did a remake of 2. They just started at 2. But the original game just got port to GameCube, and then that GameCube port just got an HD version on.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like, it was like the normal HD things we'd get on like the PS3 days and stuff, where it's not actually anything changed about the game. They just went to a slider and like changed the resolution to full screen and added. You know what I love those? I still haven't played the remake. I know I have to. Please don't get on my case about it. I love Dead Space. The first one is such a prime game because the second one was like a good action game. I'm assuming the people in chat don't want to hear about the third. That's fair. The second one was like a good action game, but the atmosphere of that first one was so good because you're just in this shut down, abandoned ship. And it just felt like Resident Evil 4 mixed with like Alien. So you were just in this ship. And that game was probably the last game I can think of that really had me on edge. Because it was the first like big horror game I feel for... I guess there was Condemned and stuff, which was good. And Fear. But it was the first like big like AAA horror game, if I can remember, that I can remember on that generation. And so it was like, dude, the fact that the monsters like played dead, because every game ever you'd see like dead zombies and stuff in the hallway, and that was just visual storytelling.
Mm-hmm.
But here, no, like they would get like you'd see something dead in the hallway and you'd just walk past it and it would jump up and it would still be alive. And then you'd have to, it would grab you, and so that, and then like they would crawl through the vents, so you'd be looking around for the vents that they were gonna break through and start spawning. So like the original Dead Space, when that came out, did have me in like a constant. It was more of a cool game. I wouldn't say it was like scary, but it was paranoid. It was very paranoid. So you just always felt on edge because you're like, dude, something.
Hate that feeling.
That's what I love, man. Is like, well. Because I get sarcastic about it. You're going to sit there like, I'm going to fucking walk through this door. Guess what? A tentacle's going to grab me. Open the door, tentacle grabs you. You just start getting yanked through the hallways. And you're just like, yep, here we go again. You just start blasting.
Alien Isolation, believe me, I'm not too good when it comes to stuff. Yeah, I couldn't even do Alien Isolation.
Well,
I couldn't do Soma. I couldn't do the one that came before Soma. Same people.
Can't remember.
Amnesia.
Oh, that was the same people that made Soma, because I loved it. Not the Machine for Pigs, but the first Amnesia was a gem.
Yeah.
Because that was the same thing. It wasn't, that one was straight atmosphere. Like the monsters were kind of just funny looking. They looked like potato sacks, like walking. So they were more funny looking. But it was that atmosphere of them just, and they would remember your hiding spots. So it's
Fuck
like
that.
you wanted to.
Fuck that.
That
I
was,
got through most of the game. I got to almost the very end where you meet the guy in the jail cell or whatever.
I will say though, the last two, like,
And that's when I was like, alright, I can't do it.
I think Amnesia peaked on that first one, man. Because I will say, Machine for Pigs wasn't the worst game I ever played, but it was just kind of like okay. But then the third one that was like in Egypt, I thought was gonna be cool, because the relic that the owner of the castle in the first game, the relic came from Egypt. So I thought they were gonna go into that and stuff. And then the newest one, the bunker. I thought the last two Amnesia games, the bunker and the Egyptian one, I thought were some of the most boring, awful games I've ever played. Thank God they were both on Game Pass. No, like legitimately, if I had to pay money on those ones, I would be furious. I don't know. Like that was straight going from like a 9 out of 10 horror game with the first one to like a 3. For like 2 3s in a row. Yeah, the sanity in Amnesia was crazy. You remind me of John Walker from Thunderbolt. I actually have not read Thunderbolts or watched the new movie. So, wait, John Walker. That's
he's the
agent, U.S. agent, right?
Yeah, he was.
Really, I look like Kurt Russell's kid.
Is that Kurt Russell's kid?
Yeah.
Really?
That's Wyatt Russell. Hell yeah. I'll take it, dude. He's a handsome man. If he looks like me.
Or you look like him.
Dude, there are some, I will say there's a few, because let's be real, Kurt Russell's way sexier than his son. But know who else is? I'd never know. You know Jack Quaid from The Boys?
Yeah.
There's no way that's Meg Ryan and Dennis Quaid's kid. Because his dad, Dennis Quaid, was a hunk.
Wait, he plays
Huey in The Boys. That's Dennis Quaid and Meg Ryan's kid.
Are you serious?
That's what I thought when I heard. I was like, "There's no way." What's with all these like handsome dads with mediocre children? Something's going on over there. I'm kidding. Jack Quaid seems like a super nice guy, and I know Yoshi's like his favorite thing in the world. But it's just funny to goof. That's just something my friends pointed out. He's like,
people also ask, is Jack Quaid a Nepo baby?
my friends and I were just teasing about that, like imagining not only having to follow in your parents' success, but your parents' good looks too. He's like, Dennis Quaid was in everything in the 80s and 90s.
Yeah.
Uma Thurman's kid. Oh, she was in Stranger Things. She looked. I saw her. I could tell though. I could tell by looking at her. That's Uma Thurman's kid, right? It's the girl from Stranger Things.
Oh, her.
Who
Okay.
worked at
yeah.
Scoops Ahoy. Yeah. Right when I saw her face though, I knew she looked familiar. And then when I looked it up and saw that, I was like, yeah. I could. Once you see it, you see it. Like I could tell that immediately. The Skarsgård family, though, none of them look like their dad. Alexander is the closest, but none of those brothers look like their dad. And none of them look like they're related either. There's like 4 of them, and they're all actors.
Jesus. You're right. Sam Skarsgård.
Yeah, none of them, like, Alex is probably the one that looks the closest to him. Or not.
Bill?
No, not
Bait
Bill.
Walter?
Bill looks like Landon Tours
from
from...
Gustav.
Pull him up. I'm pretty sure... Oh, Gustav. No, Gustav is, no. Look up. Oh, is Alex not there too? Look at Alexander's.
No.
Is he not their kid? Oh yeah. Oh, sorry guys, I'm looking on the bread.
Will you get it?
Yeah.
Are you dipping out? It sounds like you need to go home and have a nap, man.
I knew it was only a matter of time before I got sick. I haven't been sleeping.
But yeah, none of them look like they're related. The whole Skarsgård family.
Oh, really?
That dude, like, yeah.
Wasn't he the fucking vampire, True Blood or whatever?
Yeah.
True Blood? You mean Nosferatu? True Blood.
Cookie Stackhouse shit my wife made me watch.
Yeah, Nosferatu wasn't bad.
My wife loved that stuff, dude.
It wasn't a bad show.
Yeah, great.
Oh, if we were talking about the show True Blood, if there's a Skarsgård, I would not be caught dead watching True Blood.
My wife loved that shit,
True
dude.
Blood wasn't that bad. It got bad after like 3 or 4.
True Blood, Vampire Diaries.
I had to pay for a stupid ass HBO subscription so my wife could watch that shit. So like,
Stellan Skarsgård had 8
Who is
children.
yeah, that's the guy from True Blood, Alexander Skarsgård.
He was also in The Northman, man. That movie was amazing.
Legend of Tarzan.
Was that guy like 6'4"?
The whole Skarsgård
Yeah.
family is huge, man.
Dude, guy's like a modern day Viking. Look at him.
Say their last name again,
See?
TJ.
It's like, yeah.
They're Skarsgård. Yeah, they
Yeah,
are.
I want to
Vikings.
play that guy. Dude, model every video game character that's male after that guy. I don't know, like,
Oh yeah, look him up in click this. Look him up in Northman.
he's probably all jacked and shit.
Yeah, dude. Look at this guy. How much shape he got in for the Northman.
What?
Yeah.
Bro. I want to look like that.
Yeah. Dude,
Yeah.
he did nothing but probably shrugs the whole day.
See?
His traps
Yeah.
were fucking massive.
That guy. Axe. Put him on the battlefield and be like, alright, go fight that guy. Yeah, how about no?
Yeah.
How about I shoot him from way over here?
Can you imagine just like standing outside, someone's yelling, "Bring forth your strongest warrior"? And back in those days, a little 5'5" British guy steps out, like, oh, that's. And it's like, dude, no wonder we just took those beaches like it was nothing.
Yeah, right.
Like, it'd be like if I went up to go beat up the Keebler elves. That's probably how they saw us. Or how. Yeah. But yeah, someone in chat, I don't know if you heard, Stellan Skarsgård had 8 kids.
Oh, this is
Insane, and they're
Jeez.
like they're all famous too. And their dad's been acting for decades. Because you know their dad too, right?
Yeah,
I can't remember
yeah.
his name.
Alex kind of looks like
The closest, but none of them else do.
yeah,
Goose,
none of them.
none of them. Yeah. I actually think too, none of them even look like brothers. Like, they don't look that related. And then I think Bill, there's a singer named Landon Tours, and he's from The Plot in You. And I think Bill looks more like him. Like, they look more related. Yeah, look up Landon. Tell me Bill doesn't look more like he's related to this guy. Who? Landon. T-E-W. No, all one word. Yeah. I think Bill looks more like this dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. That looks like something you could pass as being related.
Yep.
But Bill really popped off though the last few years. He's in everything. I didn't know he was Nosferatu. I didn't know he was.
Oh, he was?
Yeah, I didn't know that was actually him. And apparently he took like throat singing classes to do that voice.
Oh, it's Nosferatu's a horror film.
It's not really horror. There's some like scary images in like the first half of the movie. You know, because it like Nosferatu is the original book Dracula. I can't remember the name. It was because like it's a long story because I remember hearing about it because I've seen like the old black and white one in school.
Mm-hmm.
They had us watch it, and I think it was they did the actual movie Dracula, and they didn't have the rights to use the IP of Dracula, so they just changed all the characters' names, and then changed Dracula to Nosferatu, or Count Olaf.
Yeah.
And then they still got sued, and they were supposed to burn all like the original copies of the old black and white movie. So Nosferatu is just the original Dracula book. Like when you see like Doctor Whoever, like in the newest movie, it's Willem Dafoe.
Yeah.
That's just Van Helsing. They just had to change the name. So it's literally just the original book Dracula, just with different names. And so in the beginning, you know how it's like a lawyer going to like sell this guy's mansion,
I haven't seen it.
and he gets stuck. Oh my gosh. You got me distracted over here, Brad. I put the fans in upside down. Guys, you see what Brad's doing to me?
What are you doing to him, Brad?
Huh?
What are you doing to him?
Distracting him.
Oh.
No, I just totally blanked that these were the reverse blades. So I just have to flip them.
How do you do, fellow PC? Who let the Fed in here?
The movie is too farty.
How do you do, fellow?
For Nosferatu, I'll say the beginning, like the first portion is really good, but the ending and finale, like how it actually concludes, is pretty artsy fartsy and
Are
stuff.
we on Beam?
Yeah.
Where's our Beam chat? Beam. How many subscribers do we have on Beam?
Good question. Don't know. Need to check.
Know what we need another one of? Know what movie I feel like is criminally underrated because it was really good for its time? It was Van Helsing with Hugh Jackman. And I think we need another movie like that.
Hugh Jackman. It's another guy I would look like.
You would?
Fuck yeah, dude.
Oh.
Dude's Jack.
Get there. Do it.
I can't put on muscle like that.
Just start curling your baby.
Dude, I used to be super lean, but I always had a hard time, you know, like putting muscle on.
Yeah.
That's when you just have to
Although I don't know,
you just have to eat everything in sight.
I was, man, but I was burning so many calories, you know. I don't know. I maybe could do it now but that
That would require work.
I know, I mean, I already work.
No, you're good,
It's,
dude.
you know what I mean?
I was there once too, TJ, and now I struggle with wanting to go back.
Wish I could you were big. You were like powerlifting and shit.
Because
That was my
I just put on weight fast regardless. So like if I eat a milkshake, I'll put on 20 pounds of fat. If I eat a milkshake and work out, I'll put on 20 pounds of muscle. Like it's just I put on weight super fast regardless of what it was. And unfortunately lately it's just been fat.
See, I just put it on slow. It just never comes back off these days. That's like age, though.
See, I can lose fat, I can burn fast and gain fast.
I used to just walk around like.
What's up, Chad?
But I could never get. There were guys that got big.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My favorite.
Guys, like benching 300 pounds and shit like that.
Jesus.
Oh yeah.
I'm not trying to be mean, but it's always funny to me is when you see the people who are like 5'3", but they're like yoked. So they're just like walking around the gym and their shoulders are bigger than their
No
head.
necks.
Yeah.
I call them no necks.
Like
No
it's
necks,
so
yeah. No next. Doc Miller was no next.
I love it.
No next.
Casey Wall says my PC is in the shiny Snake L300.
Yeah, I was about
On
to
the
say.
case, I have a Ryzen 5 7600 X3D, 32 gigs of RAM, storage 7900 XTX, on the 8.1L.
8.1. I'm assuming he's saying 8.1 liter case.
Yeah.
I haven't seen, or at least in my memory, I can't think. I'm a big case guy, and I can't think of the shiny Snake right now. And I know anytime TJ's asked me if I wanted to see a shiny Snake, but I think you guys are on different things.
How about my Pokemon, bro? What's on your mind?
It looks like a little tiny case.
PNG or SVG?
SVG. .ai.
SVG is a vector.
Yeah. Savage.
Dot savage. Yeah, watch out for the St. Louis files and the savage files.
Yeah.
We making fun of St. Louis now?
No, STL files, they're 3D printing files.
Hmm. You gotta be kidding me. Just fire me, man. I put them on the right side now, but I just have to reverse them. Oh, dude, this is... People are going to be watching me like, man, I don't want that PC.
You're gonna be silent for 10 minutes.
No, I can do it, man.
Every time.
I'm just putting pins. The embarrassing thing is it's not hard to do. It's the most simple thing to do. The first time was an honest mistake, though, because it takes a while to get used to the idea of reverse blades. I'll give that one an honest mistake. This one, no excuse. This was just sad.
Casey Wall says it's a smaller Meshalicious, basically.
Oh, I know. Speaking of Meshlicious, I know. Sunny, is it still Sunny Side Up though? Because I know they made a new case, and I haven't gotten to look into it yet.
In your opinion, is the 5000 series worth it upgrading to? What I've seen is it's like a 4% up.
What graphics card do you have now? That's always the biggest question. Because do I think it's a Gen to 10 upgrade? I would wait. If you're on like a 40 series, I would wait till like 60 series or whatever's next. But if you're on like 10 series still, like, yeah, definitely like look at upgrading. Brad and I were talking about this, and I think
He has the 40s. Oh, no.
70.
Is that you? Yeah, that 4070. I wouldn't.
Yeah, I would hold on to the 4070 instead of the 5070 for now. Like, I don't think when people are talking about how, like, reviewing on cards, I think reviews get kind of skewed because it's like, Brad and I were talking about this, it's like, because all reviewers look at a gen-to-gen upgrade. And so, yeah, going from 30 to 40, it wasn't the hugest jump, and 40 to 50 wasn't the hugest jump. But if you're at 50, if 50's out and you're selling like a 20 series, like a 2070, yeah, like it's totally worth upgrading from that point. Because the thing to remember is most people are not upgrading their cards every generation. Like regular consumers are not about that.
Casey Wall says you say that, but the GTX 1080 Ti is still a solid 1080p card.
Oh yeah, I think it's like comparing to like the 3060s and stuff. Fine. Oh, where's that thumb screw? Did I knock it down?
You drop stuff?
Yeah, just a thumb screw. Oh no, it was right here. I grabbed I grabbed the I grabbed a different one if I ever need that.
It is not, but soon, Matt. Very soon.
Brad, I'm just trying to keep you here longer. That's really my goal. After hours. So you legit beat Claire Obscure,
Yeah.
you said.
Yep. There's a new game plus that I'm going to do.
Just immediately going back to beat it again.
Yeah.
That's
So there's two different endings.
Oh, there are. Is it like choices you make throughout the game, or
No,
is
it's
it
at
like
the very end?
the very end? Can't you just load a save up before that point?
It's autosave only.
A turn-based RPG is autosave only.
Yeah, so basically it saves every time after you beat it, after a battle. Or if you make it's actually pretty nice. If you make character changes, like swapping out weapons or something. If you change your weapon and you leave the menu, it auto saves them.
Yeah, but I feel like the point of auto-saving was mostly like if you're in a room with bosses and stuff or something and you want to go back like further and further without running all the way back, you could like reload so you could grind out and level up and then...
Yeah.
Bread's...
But
Yeah.
I mean like it's Dark Souls-ish, so there's expedition flags, and that's kind of like your campfire. So if you rest, it will respawn everything.
Oh, okay. See, I know it's crazy. I like legit watched all the trailers because since they showed this at that video game award, and I still know nothing about it.
It's good to go in completely.
I will say though, like I told Brad I started it yesterday, and the first thing I started it, I was like, I had to look up if they got actual actors to play the characters because like the main guy, I forget his name already. Yeah, he looks just like Robert Pattinson. Like I looked at his face and I was like,
Can you tell his voice?
No.
It's Charlie Cox. Or not Charlie Cox, sorry. It's fucking Daredevil, Matthew Cox.
I thought no, Daredevil is Charlie Cox.
Is it?
Yeah. I was about to say, oh man, I thought you were about to say Daredevil was my boy.
Yeah, okay. How was I thinking that was the guy from fucking Always Sunny? His name is Charlie Austin.
Charlie Day.
Charlie Day. But
If
it's
Charlie
Cox.
Day was in the...
Yeah.
It'd be amazing. You wouldn't be able to take it seriously, dude, if Charlie Day was in a Souls-like. Oh, man.
It'd be hilarious. Yeah, no, yeah, Charlie Cox is Gustav.
No, I didn't recognize that. Because, like I said, I looked at the character.
Is Shadowheart.
I looked at the main character and I was like, dude, it can't just be me. I was like, does anyone else think this guy looks like Robert Pattinson?
Yeah.
Like, I loaded up. That was the first thing I said. And then, so if they ever do a live action, they already know who to cast. Pedro Pascal.
Yeah.
Just
he's now the token video game character for everything.
yeah.
now. Anything nerd is just Pedro Pascal.
Yep.
Casey Walls. Oh wait, let's hang on this. Says I'm looking for a low power option to PC game. When I tried a dual PC setup, I lost power.
Man, dude, I missed the fans a few times. Everyone can tell it's a Monday stream. I'm giving that Monday stream vibes.
Casey Walls says I think future GPU improvements aren't about raw rasterization, but more about features.
Well, that's something NVIDIA announced a few years ago.
Yeah.
They announced that they invested everything into AI. So, which is like unfortunate. Like, we really need someone out there that is focused on just rasterization.
Zotec is having a sale on blower style 2080 Ti's for $150. Really?
That's not bad.
3070 performance, but with 11 gigabytes of RAM. Bought 5 of them for budget builds for family members. Oh shit. No fucking. I don't look at them.
That's not bad at all. Yeah, what's always crazy to me is when people, what do you call it?
Oh, they were having a sale. Dang. I was gonna be like, alright, well, I guess I'm buying a 2080.
For what? Samara?
No, I still have I still want to build like a little
ITX?
PC.
Oh yeah, like a little, your own ridge?
Yeah.
Red wants that ridge.
Yeah, I have an 011 with power supply at home. That one of our friends from Instagram gave me on my birthday.
011s are sick, but man, dude, I don't know if I'd want one. I don't know if I'd want 011 just chilling in my living room.
011. I mean, it's still.
Oh, it's the mini?
Yeah.
Do a ridge.
It's not as. Well, I already have the case. It's not a high priority.
You know you want.
Did you see the new thing people found out? How to SLI an AMD GPU and NVIDIA at the same time? They're just using NVIDIA for frame gen. Interesting. So you can SLI an AMD GPU with an NVIDIA GPU? What are you saying?
I believe it. I believe that someone found that level of wonk and was able to make it work.
Are you getting the Switch too?
Me?
Yeah.
No.
Same.
Dude, it's like, don't get me wrong, I want to play Mario Kart, but I want to actually own it.
Yeah.
It's something that, like, I mainly want it for, was it Duskblood? The Duskblood, or what's the FromSoft game?
Yeah.
Like, I want that. Like, definitely. But it's just like, dude, I don't want to pay $90. Because, like, for Nintendo, I always buy physical as a rule. Because Nintendo, and sometimes for some games, I'll buy 2 copies. Because Nintendo is basically just like resale value. That's always what it is. Like, even at like actual stores, like let's say GameStop, an actual storefront, like their games are more expensive used now than they were new.
Yeah.
So Nintendo, I always bought physical because it was like at some point this is gonna be worth a bit. And now it's like ain't worth shit because you don't. It's not tangible. It's not real.
Yep.
And that I think, and it's like I said, the Dusk game is the only thing I'm like extremely interested in. Where did that go? It just had it. I'll find it later.
There's nothing on the Switch that I'm
Yeah, it's like
excited for.
Donkey Kong. I mean, like, dude, it's like
I'm just tired of Nintendo games.
my problem is like how they just lie. Like it's just the line. I think is what I'm trying to think because like when Bowser came out and he's like, yeah, we base the pricing off the content the game delivers, and it's like, bro, one, I can tell like I'm not a game designer, right? But I have some knowledge from just playing games so long and listening to game developer interviews, watching game developers, and have friends that went to school for it. So I have like I have a general gist. I can tell you from like talking to developers and hearing developers also talk about games, Nintendo games are not hard to make compared to other titles. Like it's not as challenging to make Animal Crossing as it is to make GTA 6. Like the effort isn't there, and then the content isn't there. And you know how everyone knows this? Because there's 1,000 Animal Crossing clones on Steam with more content, and they're $20.
Yep.
And that's the thing I get about Nintendo is Nintendo, their games are good. I love their IPs. If they make a traditional Zelda game again, like an actual go through dungeons, get the boss key, go through temples, I would probably buy a Switch 2 for Zelda. I just want like an actual Zelda.
Yeah.
Like that's what I want, an actual Zelda game. Like Breath of the Wild and stuff was really fun as like an experiment. But like I don't want that to be like I just want a real Zelda game again. And
Have you beaten Tears?
yeah.
Was it good?
It was Breath of the Wild too. Like
I mean, like in terms of story, was it like?
it was alright. My favorite story will probably always be Twilight. Or Majora. No, Majora and Twilight. I like that timeline the most.
My favorite is Wind Waker.
Wind Waker is in my top 3.
It's like my favorite.
It's my top 3 Zelda games. Let's go top 4 because it's really hard. Top 4 Zelda games, easy. Majora's Mask, Twilight Princess, Wind Waker, and Link to the Past.
I never got into Twilight Princess.
Oh, I love Twilight Princess.
I couldn't do it. I tried.
Dude, that's the one Link that can straight up barehanded beat up a fucking Goron. Like he's by far the toughest Link.
But dude, I literally, you know how you had to collect those like pearls when you were in Fox form? I think it was the wolf form right before the water temple. I legit spent like 2 hours trying to find one of those fucking pearls. And I was on top of it on the map. I could not find it. And then I eventually found it, and it was just like, I don't feel like playing this anymore. And then I never finished it.
You know what's funny?
Maybe I should pick it up.
Dude, I love Twilight. And then I fight tooth and nail that I think Majora's Mask is way better than Ocarina of Time. Ocarina of Time's good. Don't get me wrong, it is good. It's just I felt like maybe it's because when I was like really young when I was playing them, so it could just be like, you know, your brain's developing still. So I felt like Major just got me thinking more. It got me thinking more. The puzzles were more challenging. It was a darker atmosphere. I miss Zelda's being that dark again too. Like the Zelda games would be dark. And Tears brought that in a bit at the beginning. But it was just like, I actually think I liked Breath of the Wild more than Tears of the Kingdom. Peace out, dude. I actually thought I liked Breath of the Wild more. It was more of like just a typical like medieval world. Breath of the Wild, just or Tears of the Kingdom, it was like cool. It just felt like Breath of the Wild 2.0. And I think I just didn't like having to do everything again because I did all 120 shrines. And I think this is, dude, I just want like a real Zelda. I just want to go through dungeons and stuff. Like the shrines, I would have, instead of having like all 120 shrines, I would have rather had like 10 temples and they're the size of 10 plus shrines put together and they're themed. Like actually bring back the forest temple, water temple, and just I would rather have that. And then it just sucked that like you have to do all 120 shrines to get the tunic. Like I just wanted I know you can wear what you want, but it's Zelda. I want the green tunic. Like that's why I buy Zelda. I buy Zelda to wear the green tunic and be Link. You know what I mean? Like I don't mind when games like change, right? Like I don't mind because like every Zelda has had a different thing. Like Majora's Mask, you had the different masks and you had the rewinding time. Ocarina was 3D. Twilight Princess, you had the wolf form and stuff. And so I think it's cool for games to add in new features to make that game feel fresh. But Breath of the Wild just felt like it hit the point where it's not just changing the game, it's changing the identity of Zelda. And a lot of people said like, oh, well, it's more like the first Zelda because it says, you know, it's dangerous to go alone and it just drops you in the world. It's like, yeah, but just because it drops you in the world, like the original game still had temples and collecting the pieces of the Triforce. So it's like
that was my problem with Breath of the Wild. Was I missed the challenge of the temples.
Yeah,
they were all like brain dead easy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I just like, so it's like, and I want the tunic. Is it cool to let us have other customization options? Yeah, like that's not a new idea, kind of like, you know, they've always had the different colored tunics for, like the red tunic is so you can withstand heat. The blue tunic lets you breathe. So it's like they've had customization. So like I'm all for that, but it's like you're not gonna give us the hero's tunic just by playing, and then like you take all the time to do 120 shrines. I think my biggest thing is I played a lot of Breath of the Wild. Like I had fun with it as a journey. Tears of the Kingdom, it was just, I just wanted a Zelda game again. And the building is like, I'm not a big content creator and stuff. So the building felt like it was more geared towards content creation. And we know that. We've seen like a million shorts of it.
Yeah.
And it's like, your everyday mom and dad, like your everyday gamer going home and playing isn't building a Gundam to go fight this boss. You know? We're building some shitty little catapult. So.
Good afternoon, AlexanderPCs. How can I help you?
And Brad's gone again, guys. And if you guys, I'm sorry if I'm insulting a game you like. If you guys like Tears of the Kingdom, I think it's a good game. Like, I don't think it's inherently a bad game. Like I said, I'm just a classic Zelda fan. So, like, when I play Zelda, it's kind of like when I buy a game, or like a series I like, I'm buying it because I'm in the mood to play that series. You know, if you guys get what I'm saying. So, like, when I'm in the mood to do temples, fight big bosses, you know, and beat Ganondorf, that's why, or Ganon, either one. That's why I'll play Zelda. So it's like just 2 games in a row, just not having the experience of why. It's like, you know, if you played Halo and it's a racing game and you're like, but I buy Halo because it's a sci-fi shooter with Master Chief. It's just like that same type of feeling. This case, Neff, this is the 011 RGB Evo. No, I can't remember the last time we've actually done an H9 case here. But the H9, if you're an NZXT guy, the H9 is actually, it's based off this case. So that's why it will look a lot similar. This 011, this is the lineup that really started the whole panoramic view with the glass in the front and on the side. Oh yeah, it's the H6 flow. See, I'm not the biggest guy on NZXT cases, but that H6 flow, I did like that corner piece because of the having direct airflow on the GPU. I thought that was a clever idea. So the H6 flow, if I had to get an NZXT case, that's probably what I'd get. But then another case that I like the look of it, was it the APN, I think it's the APNX V1. It copied the shape of the H6 flow. I think it's called the APNX V1. It copied the look of the H6 flow, but I really like the look of that one. Just because I don't know. Yeah, NZXT does a good job hitting that price because like the H6 flow is what, like $100, and I think having, if you want that large case. There we go. Nope. Two more.
Okay. Yeah.
Just straighten this one back out. Mm. I'll fix it. I knew that was going to happen. This one was going to stop the rubber piece. I knew that was. Now it should take it. There we go. Yeah, like the H6 flow with wood. Yeah, that's that APNX. Oh my. Oh, we're on a pattern today, Brad.
What? Did you?
Yep.
Are they upside down?
Yes, they are. No, I'm still just, dude. I'm mixing up the reverse blades and not because now I'm like, oh, they should be upside down. I just had 2 reverse blades. Let's put this down as an award for worst Monday. Worst Monday.
Never gonna get out of here. 24-hour build stream, same computer.
Yeah. No, yeah. I should get a trophy for biggest. It's the second, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's give Nick June 2nd, 2025, biggest case of a Monday in company history.
Yeah.
Doesn't know which way fans go. And it's funny too because I literally just built this Friday.
Oh really?
Yeah. I built like 10 of these last week.
I'm looking forward to looking forward to new Cooler Master MF400, where you can really customize how you want and assemble the case.
Yeah, that's their like modular frame case.
Oh, okay.
See, for me, I think it's a really cool idea, but for the premium that you'll probably be charged for it, this is me, right? Like, I'm coming from my perspective and how I am as a person, is I know that I would buy that because I think that's such a cool idea. And then I would build the case once, find the way I looked, and I would never touch it again. And I'd never use the modular features again. No, so I'm trying not to. Nope.
Rasky, what happened to the pelvis model that was ready to ship? We did the photos and stuff of it, you know? I put it on the website, right? Now it's off the site.
Yeah. It will probably be the same with me. Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying, man. It's like some of those cases that have like, because there was another case before that Cooler Master one that was modular, where you just got a frame and you could like take the power supply shroud out and you could have it be on top and do whatever. And it's like, it's one of those things that's really cool, but then I'll do it once and never do it again. And so, but me, I'm a very simple guy. So I just like simple cases. I'm not an RGB guy. I'm always just blacked out cases, blacked out fans, and or like black and brown. Like I usually do the Noctua fans with their brown stoppers on them. My last case I had for a little over 2 years, I got the December it came out was the North, and literally just like 2 months ago, the motherboard broke. I downsized to an MATX board because that's all I could get for a good price, and I got the Dan A3 with the wood front, and I just have black fans in there, and then some mixed in with some brown and beige Noctua fans. No one won the PC yet. I like both RGB and black. Yeah, like I like RGB. It's one of those things where like I can see an RGB setup and I'm like, oh, that's super cool. It's just not my personal aesthetic, you know. Like, but I still respect it and I think it's great. Like these LCD fans, I think these are really cool. It's just, you know. Brad just came in and gave me the stink eye saying he wants to go home. Oh no. Dude, the worst part about magnetic screwdrivers is when the screw decides to come off the magnet when you need it. Dude, I have never had, I don't know if it's the frame of the Evo. I don't believe so. But it's the weight of this new Lian Li cooler. It's so heavy.
Really?
That you have to hold it up till you at least have 2 screws in, one on each end, or else it will just bend the entire frame. It's just so heavy. Normally you can put, like, once you have one screw in, you're normally good enough to back off. Not this guy. It is a heavy cooler. Oh. Oh my gosh. I'm trying to be so gentle. Going nice and slow for you, Brad.
My son's PC is housed in one of those cases.
Yeah.
Which one, the Okinos or this one?
This one's, yeah, I feel like every time I go online, these not the 011 specifically, but I will say it's the majority. I will say every time I'm like online and like you just get like dropped like what do they call it? Setup showcase, setup. I would say 9 out of 10. No, not 9 out of 10. We'll say like 98 out of 100.
Yeah.
It's more like it's some 011 or 011 inspired case. Like these cases, the panoramic cases with the glass front and glass side have just absolutely dominated the market probably the last 5 years. Maybe even more than 5. No, about 5. 5's fair. Like they just, it is insane. And you know what? They're super cool. I'm an old man and I just like fans in front. One thing you learn when you build a lot of computers, I think you just learn simple is just so nice, because I've never had a blacked out build of mine mess up and it didn't take me 10 seconds to resolve it. Like, it's just you just get really, I think the more you build PCs, the lazier, not with like customers, but like with my personal PC, the more you build it, the more you work on it, the lazier you get with it. Cause you're like, man, I just want to play games. Like Brad, I got Brad to get the North, and then all that was ever in stock, cause it was like it was treated like a drop case for a while. Like they'd only drop a few of them at a time.
Yep.
When it first launched. Because I'm thinking they didn't expect it to sell as well as they did, because it didn't really have the gamer aesthetic. It didn't really have an aesthetic that vibes with a lot of gamers. So it was just kind of like a hard drop to get a hold of. Brad got it, and they could only get the, the mesh side panel. You couldn't get the glass, and Brad's like, I'm okay with it.
Yeah, I don't care.
I don't care. Which is cool, because like I couldn't imagine having a North case with a glass on the side and having to look at powder blue cables. I'm not the biggest aesthetics man, but Brad, cables are cool. Cables are sick.
I don't even use those anymore.
Oh no, you swapped them out?
Yeah, I have the I had a Seasonic Gold, 1000-watt gold. The ATX3, so I just use the 12 volt from that now.
Wish I could afford the new stuff from that. Yeah, see, Lee and Lee fans are expensive. Even when the Uni fans first launched, it was like $80 for the 3-pack.
Yeah.
And I'm like, and they have RGB. Like RGB is a point of failure, right? Like it is something that could go out. Me, I've always been Noctua, Be Quiet fans. Noctua or Be Quiet is where I've gone for fans. And you know what? They're black. And I've never had issues. I've never had a Noctua fan break. Never had a Be Quiet fan break. And I'm okay with that. Oh. Oh, they're not going to get their wish. Won't be able to do tubes on top. No wound. What? No, who sits? This we're gonna do.
I will stick with my 5800X and my 6900 XT till I have to upgrade. Then it's either quit or save money if I can.
Still a good card, still a good CPU.
Yep.
My buddy still has. I know 3 people that still have the 5800 CD. Brad's one of them.
Mm-hmm. He just has the regular.
Oh,
but
I mean, it's still
a
good.
good card. Or shit. Gotta bring back the mustard cables to torture people. Ketchup and mustard cables.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta love them.
Yes, indeed. So. Where did I put you? Drop anything. No, see, I knew it. Where does it go? What? No. Who goes on? All day.
We'll be right back at it. All right, we're back.
We're back, guys. Sorry, I thought I lost something and I didn't lose it. Nick's having a Monday.
Anarchist. We're gonna be doing a giveaway, starting back up again sometime this week. Make sure you check out the streams.
I remember we have Brad.
449.
Alright, it's just gonna be power supply. So, in graphics.
Cool.
Alright, guys. PC is getting there. We are just gotta do the power supply and graphics card, and this guy is good to go.
No, nobody's won it yet. But we're just taking a little break from it. We still have it. It's still winnable. Just holding off for today.
There you go. Got a little nice cover. Peace out, boss.
See it?
See you tomorrow.
No worries, Sophie.
All worries.
Josh Phillips says you need to roll me a number now, damn it. I don't care if it's for a PC or not.
Alright, man, give the boy a number for
Alright,
something.
we'll give you a number. Hold on.
Give him a number.
Hold on, I'm pulling up the we'll do it legit this time. We'll do it well, not this time. That sounds bad. But I mean, we'll do it legit with the spinner. Except your number is going to be between 1 and 10,000. Just for you, Josh.
If he wins, though, Brad, come on.
Yeah, if he wins. If he wins. Alright. This one is just for Josh. 1 to 10,000. Means absolutely nothing, but your number is 448, Josh. There you go. Wow. Wait, did I? Is it really? It could have been any number, and it was in the hundreds. What is happening right now?
Between 1 and 10,000?
Yeah, it was 400,
That's still
and then I got a
between-
900. Am I?
That's still between
I
1
think 1,000 is the max. What's going on here?
Right now, you sent Brad spiraling.
Yeah, alright, we'll do this off stream. I'm determined to get like 2,000. And our front camera got it.
This guy?
Yep.
Oh, yeah. What happened to keeping it plugged in while we're streaming?
This is not the GoPro. Different.
Oh. Well, yeah, I know, but I thought you could still keep it plugged in.
We can, but it's more of a. We'd have to do some workarounds that it's not with it.
You can't just plug it into a power?
No, it doesn't have its own power. It's USB-C or something. It doesn't really.
That's crazy.
Searching for the truth, left everything behind me, went to king out for you. Walking through the daylight and sleep under the moon. Watch every single sighting, a mirage just seems to move. You're 1,000 miles away, but if you come while I'm away, stay tonight, stay tonight. You're 1,000 miles away, but if you come while I'm away, stay tonight, stay tonight, yeah, stay tonight. If you come while I'm away, yeah, stay tonight, stay tonight, stay tonight.
You know what case? This guy, we had this guy in chat talking about cases. One, I want Fractal to make a Torrent 2. That's a case I really want.
Yeah.
And give us like the Torrent Fans 2.0. Because I still think
No top mounted PSU.
I don't mind it.
I just think it looks weird.
No, because it gives you like full fans on the bottom.
Yeah.
That's the only way to do it without a dual chamber. Or else you have the fans just over. No. You don't even realize when you're looking in the case that is the top PSU. When you're just like when it's on your desk looking at it. Honestly, too, I will say cable managing it. Cable managing it. I think it's one of the easiest cases to cable manage.
These are Lee and Lee fans.
Yes, they are the TL120s. And then the side intake are TL120 LCD with the screen reverse. So they're reverse with the screen in the center. I got this guy lodged in the rail. No, I don't miss about PCs though, man. How many times I just stab myself on these headers?
Yeah. But that's not fun.
No, well, half the time you don't notice. Half the time you just go home and wash your hands and you feel a sting, and you just realize you have all these little cuts and pokes and prods all over your hands.
That's
It's more of just why. Why are my hands so depressed?
terrible. You gotta start wearing those like mechanic gloves that you get at like O'Reilly's and the mechanic at X.
Dude, but that would also make handling like screws and stuff so annoying. Like, I feel like it's okay when you're a mechanic and you've got some big nuts, but little PC screws.
I hate wearing those things. I don't, like it feels like I don't have like the dexterity.
No, yeah, you know
with
what?
gloves on.
Speaking of gloves, you know what? I hate the winter gloves. They're the big poopy foam ones. Could never do those. Don't understand how people liked them. I always did just cloth, like heavy duty, like cloth gloves, like worker gloves is what I would wear in the winter. Because I just never understood the big poopy marshmallow gloves. It's like you just couldn't. You didn't feel nimble. I hated the sound of whoosh, whoosh, just like moving your hands around, and then I could never. Same with snow pants, unless that was a necessity too. I hated snow pants. I just like wore my.
I love swooshy pants.
Huh?
I love swooshy pants. Those are my favorite.
I would just wear long johns with my jeans over them. If it was cold.
Yeah. What would you do playing in the snow though?
Just get wet jeans.
Jesus.
I love the cold though. I feel like that's the difference. Like I love the cold.
I love
never,
cold too. But
never.
I hate being wet.
Well, I would have like water resistant like long johns under them.
I don't
So
know they made them.
those I also hated, but at least you couldn't tell I was wearing them as a kid. I had some camo one. No, it was the peak style. Those old Wild West onesies with little button flap in the back. Bring those back.
Bring them back, man.
Those and nightgowns.
I mean, would people just like, if you had to take a shit, would you just, is that
Unbutton.
what those are for?
Yeah, I think so. Go
I
back.
don't know if I'd like that.
You don't want to have a poop flap?
No, I don't think I want a poop flap. I think I'll just pull my pants down instead.
Well, it's a onesie, dude. What if you're in like an emergency situation?
I don't know if I'd ever wear a onesie.
Well, we're talking about back in the day.
Yeah, I guess.
Back in the day, that was peak engineering.
Peak underwear.
No, I never understood is the people that hook like their socks up to their boxers or whatever it was with those straps, and then they hook their boxers up. Or
Oh, yeah.
like, have you seen those where they have the socks with like the straps going up?
Yep. I don't.
Yeah, I think dude.
There's no rolls today, guys. No rolls.
I think
Taking a little break.
the biggest thing about old clothing to me is just how long it would take to get ready. Can you imagine, like, you gotta put your knickers on, and then you gotta put like 4 layers of socks, then your fluffy plume neck piece, then like
Yeah.
it's 90 degrees out and you're wearing a shirt, a vest,
Oh.
a coat, poof piece, wig, comb your hair back. Like, just getting ready in the day is like, I swear, if George Washington was alive today and he realized the luxury of putting on shorts and a t-shirt, he'd be like, nice. They would never go back.
Why no roll? Just taking a little break from it. No other reason besides we don't feel like it today.
Brad actually came up to me and he said, Nick, I just don't really feel like giving anyone a computer today.
But we'll be doing it again this week.
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely not going anywhere.
Nope, it's sitting right on the other side of Nick.
Mm-hmm. I could take it whenever I wanted to. Right there. Just 5 feet away. Ready to be just picked up and walked off.
Don't worry about that, Anarchist. We don't stream on Tuesdays. We stream Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Oh, you have a retinal tear. Ouch.
A what?
A retinal tear.
I don't want to hear about it.
Ouch.
Eye stuff is not my friend.
Yeah.
I don't do eye stuff. I think that's the one thing when we were talking about horror earlier. I think that's the one thing in general that like makes me actually like,
Easy.
yeah, not just like, ugh, like I don't know what it is. Eye stuff is the one thing that like like eye gore. Like John Wick 3, dude, when he like lowers the Bowie knife into the guy's eyeball, I'm just like, oh. And it's when you know what's coming. Like, what was the Final Destination when they mess up the eye surgery at the end? Like, when that was beginning to happen and they sat her down in the chair, I was like, oh, God.
I don't remember that. I haven't seen any of it. Not in a long time. I think I saw the first one. Long time ago.
They're cheeseball films. That's about it. Like,
I remember being afraid of those logging trucks for a long time.
oh, yeah?
That's at the end of one, right?
Dude,
Or is
I'm
that
gonna let you
two?
know this right now, Brad, and it'll take all your fears away.
Huh.
There's no physical way a log would actually bounce that high off the ground after falling off the truck.
Oh, yeah.
It would hit the ground and just boom.
Yeah.
Not bounce up. Like, they bounce up higher than the actual truck was. Like, you're not gonna bounce higher than the fall point.
Yeah.
Like, they would just be like,
Bouncy ball logs.
no, I never got too into those movies. I saw them here. And same as Saw. Like, I saw the first Saw, and then I would sporadically like watch them, so I couldn't even tell you which scenes from which Saw. And then the last Saw I watched was 6, because that just had Chester Bennington in it.
Oh, that's right. I forgot
Yeah,
about
when
that.
they like glue him to a car seat.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Chester died. Again. I'm not saying it was bullshit. That's mean. That's mean.
Oh my god.
It's mean.
Yeah, I watched the first Saw, and I think it was
The first one, I was so mad at the first one.
maybe I watched the second.
What in the world? PCI. Don't need it. PCIe. Don't need it. PSU. Other PCIe. PSU. PSU. PCIe. Did I already get both of them? Graphics card. Oh, of course, the one thing I dropped was that second. I was like, where's the other CPU cable? I'll get you home, Brad. Trust me, I got some pups waiting on me, myself.
Oh, no.
I'm
Well, yeah.
all about you, Brad. Come on. Oh. Something is stuck on something somewhere. What in the world? There we go. Good lord.
I wish I could do what you guys do for a living, says Anarchist.
You say that sometimes, but then you have days like this where you're like, oh my gosh, this
Hey.
PC should have taken me like an hour.
You have days where you put the fans on wrong,
Backwards,
then
like five
right,
different
then
times.
you're like, nope, that was wrong.
Yep.
And then, oh no, I was actually right the first time.
No, yeah, you really do get some days where you're like, today's not the day. Like you build a really cool piece. This is the real reason why my builds are always so simple at home. Like I have good hardware. Right now I have a 7800X 3D and a 7900 XT. And the reason, but I have an NHD 15 and all Noctua fans, and it's just a black build because I turn it on and it just works. The worst days are here is because it's always like, this build's gonna work, I know that. But it's always like coming here and building a PC with like 40 RGB fans and then, you know, primer cables, and you turn it on and it doesn't work. And you don't know where to begin, and now you have 8 billion cables to go through to figure out which little bastard's the one giving you the issues. And you are already, at that point, you are done for the day. I am ready to go home. I've had that happen in the morning. And it's the worst when it's like old school fans that still have one fan header and one RGB, like addressable RGB header. And so every fan's 2 cables. I remember we did one 011. It came out looking really cool. But I remember we did one 011 with all of the what do you call it? Those Thermalright fans. And that was so many cables. And one of them didn't work. And like you just open, the Corsair builds back in the day, when the Corsairs were all 2 cables, and they had that hub, and like you just turned something on, something wouldn't work, one fan wouldn't spin, and you're just like, all right, man, I'm gonna go home. I'm done. And those days happen. My build never happens because I keep it simple. Like the only thing that's gonna break is one of the main components, and to take an air cooler off and be like, oh, I forgot the thermal paste. I just take off the middle fan, unscrew it, throw it on, new thermal paste, good to go. I don't have to like disassemble the entire T800 to figure out what's going on. So, moral of the story, I'm really lazy with my own computer. It doesn't look bad. My computer is an ugly, you wouldn't look at my computer and think I was lazy. But it's just, yeah, I'm just sick of the stresses. Computers are also the definition of more money, more problems.
Yep. Seriously.
I was telling Brad, there's like an increment, like where once you hit a certain dollar threshold, the percentage of the computer malfunctioning goes up. Because like, we have a really low failure rate, guys. So I'm making jokes, but it's not like I really see computers break often or anything. Like, it's really, really not something that happens often. So I would say like less than 10%, like way less than 10%, way less.
Yeah.
I'm not a numbers guy. But yeah, it is minuscule. But what I will say is when we do have the very occasional repair, it isn't like a hoplite or a Peltad. It is this.
Yep.
And it's not this, but this one's good. Like I said, it's so low. It's like the same thing as like when people had said like their power cables were melting in a graphics card, right? Like it's really, the chances of it actually happening to you are pretty much zero. I'm just saying, it's like, even with my friends, it's always like my friends who spend like $1,200 to $1,500. Computer is perfect, works like a charm. Friend who spends $6,000, done. Give it a week and something shows up. And it's not really true. It's one of those things that's not actually true. It just feels true.
Yeah.
It just feels true. Other than that, though, yeah, building PCs is fun. But it is one of those things, there are other things to do. Because I also, I used to manage GameStop back in the day, and it was like the same thing with like new hires there. They would always be like, oh, it's just cool to sell video games and talk about video games. And then they start working there and they're like, oh, this is shit. Like, this sucks. And like, this is kind of the same thing. Like, it's really fun to build PCs and all that, but like every job there are, it's ups and downs and good days and bad days. This is a bad day. This is usually a bad day. Me not being able to build a PC the way a PC needs to be built. I'm just not doing the thing. And it's really not that bad of a day. It's only a bad day because I'm taking up Brad's personal freedom time. We're almost done, Brad. Brad trusts the process. We'd be done. If it makes you feel better, we would have been done if I didn't mess up.
I know. I know.
Oh.
It's just a bad fan day.
Bad fan. It's only the fans, dude. It's always the fans. Well, it wasn't really the fans that get me. It's just like the bottom bracket for the Lean Lee. I didn't completely pay attention to which orientation it was when I took it out. So I just started flipping the bracket around. And when I finally found the way the bracket fit back in the case, I was like, oh yeah. Because it's not like it has a specific spot, but part of it's mirrored. Like it has a slot for the thumb screw on both sides, but only this side gets a thumb screw. And then, but the parts that slide into the rail, it's different on the left and right side. So it's like it's really easy to look like it's correct and not be.
Why do they design it like that?
Go to the headquarters and ask them.
Alright, I will.
You'll get mugged. I've seen it.
I've seen it.
There's got to be another building. There's got to be another building. That has to be just like the factory.
I hope so.
Remember, then we looked up fractals. And
Yeah.
It's like a penthouse, dude. It's got that Swedish IKEA charm. And we'll come back to zip tile this. Or not later, but plug this in. Oh, using the Velcro flaps is also it. We have zip ties, right?
Good, yeah.
Yeah. Had to find them. All right, guys. Graphics card and we're good. Mostly, I say everyone, but I mean Brad. Brad, we're almost done here, buddy. Hang in there.
We're back.
Oh, Brad's is leaving early. Brad can't do it anymore. It's crazy. So one thing I will say that because you guys can't feel it through camera is just how light 50 series is compared to 40. I picked up a 5080 today, or not today, the other day, and just the box, like it packaged up and everything felt like it weighed like a pound or 2 pounds. 4080s felt like they were like 8 pounds. Like it is like, to me, this feels like what a 5070 Ti felt.
I sent somebody an email and I forgot to attach what I was supposed to attach to.
All right. Well, I didn't attach the fans the way I was supposed to attach them.
Yeah, so
So, I mean,
it's just an attachment problem on Monday. Yes. Attachmentless Mondays.
Dude, it's actually the kind of Monday I expected from a sleepy Sunday, because I had a sleepy Sunday.
Oh, did you?
Dude, I just napped and didn't really nap, but it definitely was a lazy Sunday. And I'm okay with that. I think a lazy day, sometimes I love going out and doing stuff, but sometimes the things I appreciate most are the days where I do absolutely fuck all. Like sometimes the days where I just sit and do nothing are the days I cherish the most that whole week.
That's usually how my weekends are. Do shit. Now I'm okay with that. Not all. I at least want to have one day.
One day,
Yeah. Whether it's Saturday or Sunday to just fuck off and not do anything.
dude, those are the best days.
As long as I have one of those, I'm happy. If I don't have one of those, I'm grouchy.
Mm-hmm. I'm a morning grouch, dude. I'm absolute Satan in the morning. I really am. I don't know what it is, but in the mornings when I first wake up, I am one of the worst people you could ever talk to. Yeah. I don't know what it is. It's like I'm not even. Know how like Snickers does like? Is it Snickers that you're not yourself when you're hungry?
Oh yeah.
I'm kind of the same way. Is like when I'm in the morning mood, I just need like. I don't know, man. I don't know how to explain it. Like my balance is off. Like when I first wake up in the morning and get up, like I actually like stumble like, I'm drunk,
shit.
like getting into the. And I'm just like. Almost, I can't say that. But it's like, what's the nice way of saying it? I'm just more agitated. So like a dog, like I'll like fucking my mom, like Poppy, Poppy will be like on my feet. I'll be like, get the fuck out of the way, dog, Jesus. And I'll just be so mad, and then like people will say, hey Nick, and I'll just, what do you want? It's like, I don't know what it is. I'm discoordinated. Like, it's harder for me to walk. You know that? And I just need, in the morning, like 30 minutes to make a cup of coffee, sit down, in like dead silence. Like, I don't talk in the morning. And in the morning, my voice is like really grouchy. Like, not grouchy, but scratchy. Like, robotic-y almost.
Mm-hmm.
And I just need, like, I don't talk. Everyone's voice is a nails on a chalkboard to me. I'm just very agitated without trying to be. I'm basically on, monthly thing every morning for the first 30 minutes. I don't know what it is. I just have to have 30 minutes to an hour every morning. Just sit down, have my coffee, and like watch an episode. And then I wake up, I'm good. I'm like jolly old Nick. I'm super, like, not really jolly old Nick, but I'm a lot nicer than before. I don't know what it is. Even Christina's come to me, like, there's been things like times where she's just been pissed at me all day, and I'll be like, oh God, what'd I do? And I'll ask her, is like, everything okay? Do you know what you said this morning? And I was like, oh God, you asked me something in the morning? Oh God, I can only imagine what I said. I don't even remember saying anything. What I say, it'll be the most heinous thing I've ever heard in my life. I'm just like, oh, yeah, that wasn't really considerate. So I think the lesson here is you shouldn't ask me stuff anymore. All right, everyone ready? No, Brad is.
I'm ready.
And there we go. Screens are upside down. It's on the GoPro, right?
We're on the front.
Oh, you got it back up? No. I just wanted to know where to turn. Screens on the fans will be upside down just because we have to flip that in software. But it is finally good to go. I missed one of the chats, but Anarchist said, "Oh, trust me, there's days when I cuss out my PC, or a PC I'm building." Dude, you know what is the most relatable meme? Is that guy like fixing the whatever it is? He's like, same shit, different day. Dude, I feel that when like the worst is when like you lose a screw and it falls into the bottom fans.
And you're like, God.
You actually, like, there is an emotional and physical feeling when that happened. You physically feel ill. You're like, I can't believe that just happened.
Sheesh. All right.
Looks awesome. Yeah, this case really shines, and I like, see, if I did RGB, the infinity mirrors are cool, but I like accent pieces, so the way the lines come down the sides of the fans, like, I like that, and how it's just the black blades. I think everything really rolls together on this guy. And like I said, the LCD screens on the fans and the AIO, those get flipped in programming. So those are flipped before it's shipped out. All right, but PC works, guys. I'm sure Brad needs to get home. I've kept him here way too long.
Yep, it's time for me to go home. So, we'll be back Wednesday at 3 p.m.
I thought you said peace out, and then I heard
Oh,
a click. I thought you were just like, peace out.
No, we'll be back Wednesday with another build.
All right, you guys have a good one.